Throughout human history, people have always sought ways to attain prosperity and inner peace. This quest for abundance transcends material wealth, often extending into the realm of spiritual fulfillment. One such spiritual practice involves writing your name in salt water, a method rooted in various spiritual traditions. But how can something so simple hold such profound meaning? In this video, we'll explore this ancient practice and its connection to unlocking the path to abundance in both the material and spiritual realms. In Buddhism, abundance is not limited to financial wealth or possessions, but encompasses a broader sense of well-being, contentment, and inner peace. The teachings emphasize that true prosperity comes from within, cultivating mindfulness, compassion, and understanding. By letting go of attachments and ego-driven desires, one can achieve a state of inner abundance, which often leads to positive outcomes in the outer world. Buddhism also teaches that balance between the material and the spiritual is essential for a harmonious life, guiding practitioners toward a deeper sense of fulfillment. In this video, we'll discuss how this philosophy ties into the practice of using salt water to remove negative energy and create space for prosperity. So, what exactly does writing your name in salt water signify? Salt, known for its purifying and protective qualities, has been used for centuries in spiritual practices across cultures to cleanse negative energies. When combined with the symbolic act of writing one's name, it represents a conscious effort to rid oneself of negativity, clear the path for new opportunities, and invite abundance into one's life. The act serves as both a physical and spiritual reminder of one's intention to manifest prosperity and inner peace. Through this video, we will explore how this practice aligns with Buddhist teachings on clearing mental and emotional clutter, allowing for growth and a more prosperous life. Before we dive deeper, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our enlightening content. Stay with us until the end of the video to fully grasp how this practice can help transform your life and bring abundance your way. Across many religious and spiritual traditions, salt water holds a deep symbolic significance, often representing purification, protection, and rebirth. In Christianity, for example, holy water, often infused with salt, is used in rituals of baptism to cleanse sins and initiate new spiritual beginnings. Similarly, in Hinduism, salt water is associated with purification and is commonly used in various ceremonies and cleansing rituals to remove impurities and negative energies. In many indigenous and folk traditions, salt water is believed to have protective powers, capable of warding off evil spirits or negative influences. Whether through bathing, sprinkling, or even ingesting salt water, these practices reflect the universal belief in its ability to purify both the physical body and the spiritual self, symbolizing a renewal of life or spirit. In Buddhist teachings, water plays a significant role as a symbol of purity, clarity, and the flow of life. Water, in its essence, is fluid, adaptable, and clear, which aligns with key Buddhist concepts such as impermanence, anicca, and the non-fixed nature of reality. Water's ability to cleanse reflects the Buddhist emphasis on purifying the mind from defilements like ignorance, greed, and anger. Additionally, the constant flow of water symbolizes the cycle of samsara, the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, and reminds practitioners of the transient nature of existence. In some Buddhist rituals, water is poured or sprinkled to purify sacred spaces or offerings, reinforcing its role in spiritual cleanliness and renewal. When salt is added to water in certain practices, it enhances the symbolism by adding an element of earth, symbolizing grounding and stability, further linking it to the idea of holistic spiritual and material balance. Salt water is widely regarded as a powerful tool for spiritual purification and protection across cultures, and it is frequently used in rituals to remove negative energy or cleanse environments. The combination of salt, representing earth, and water, representing fluidity, creates a potent mixture that is believed to absorb and neutralize unwanted energies. For example, in certain spiritual traditions, placing a bowl of salt water in a room is thought to draw out negative vibrations, leaving the space cleansed and energetically balanced. On a personal level, immersing oneself in salt water, either through ritual baths or ocean swimming, is said to wash away emotional or spiritual burdens, offering a fresh start. Additionally, salt water is often used to protect individuals from harm or misfortune by forming an energetic barrier around them. The simple act of writing one's name in salt water further enhances these protective qualities, symbolically aligning the person with the elements of purification and protection. This practice not only cleanses the person of past negative influences, but also prepares them to welcome abundance and positivity into their life. The practice of writing one's name in salt water has its roots in various spiritual and cultural traditions. Throughout history, names have held significant power in spiritual practices, representing more than just a label, but a deep connection to the individual's identity, essence, and energy. In many ancient cultures, the act of writing or speaking a person's name was believed to influence their fate or attract certain energies. Similarly, salt has long been regarded as a purifying and protective substance. When these two elements, name and salt water, are combined, it creates a symbolic link between the individual and the cosmos, aligning their personal energy with the forces of nature. In certain spiritual practices, particularly in Eastern traditions, salt water is seen as a medium that can absorb negativity and clear blockages in a person's energy field. Writing your name in salt water serves as a ritualistic act of releasing personal burdens, cleansing one's energy, and inviting new opportunities for growth and abundance. This simple but powerful practice connects the practitioner to the universe's flow, helping them align with positive vibrations and purify any lingering negative influences. How to perform the ritual? Step-by-step guide. The process of writing your name in salt water is simple, yet it requires mindfulness and intention to unlock its full spiritual potential. Below is a step-by-step guide to performing this ritual. 1. Preparation. Find a quiet space where you will not be disturbed. The area should feel peaceful and calm, as this will allow you to focus fully on the ritual. Gather your materials, including a bowl of clean water, a pinch of salt, and a pen or pencil. You will also need a small piece of paper where you will write your name. 2. Creating the salt water. Add a pinch of salt to the water, stirring it slowly and mindfully. As you stir, visualize the water becoming a pure and powerful cleansing force, ready to absorb any negative energy or obstacles standing in your way. In this step, it's essential to set your intention clearly. You may silently, audibly affirm that this water is meant to purify and invite abundance into your life. 3. Writing your name. On a small piece of paper, write your full name, taking care to focus on each letter. In many spiritual traditions, your name is more than just a representation of your identity, it holds the essence of your being. While writing your name, focus on what you hope to release, e.g., fears, doubts, negativity, and what you wish to attract, e.g., abundance, positivity, opportunities. 4. Placing the name in salt water. Gently place the paper with your name into the bowl of salt water. As the paper begins to dissolve, imagine all the obstacles, negative thoughts, or energy blockages tied to your name being washed away. Visualize the water absorbing everything that no longer serves you, making space for new beginnings and abundance. Let the paper rest in the water for as long as feels necessary, anywhere from a few minutes to an hour. 5. Completion of the ritual. Once you feel the ritual is complete, dispose of the salt water in a respectful way. You can either pour it into the earth, symbolizing a return to nature, or flush it away to signify a complete release of negativity. As you finish, offer a moment of gratitude for the cleansing process and take a few deep breaths, feeling lighter and more open to the positive energy now surrounding you. The symbolism of names in spirituality. In many spiritual traditions, a person's name is believed to carry deep metaphysical significance. Names are thought to hold the vibrational energy of an individual, linking their physical identity with their soul's essence. In esoteric practices, the act of naming something or someone grants it power, shaping its destiny and determining how it interacts with the world. This idea is reflected in various traditions, from ancient Egyptian practices, where names were safeguarded to prevent enemies from gaining control, to modern spiritual practices, where names are used in affirmations or spells to channel energy towards specific outcomes. When you write your name in salt water, you are engaging with this powerful symbolic act. The name you write represents not just your current self, but also your potential, the person you are capable of becoming. By placing your name in the salt water, you symbolically cleanse yourself of any negativity associated with your identity, whether these are limiting beliefs, past traumas, or external negative influences. At the same time, you are setting the stage for the manifestation of abundance by realigning your personal energy with the positive forces in the universe. In Buddhism, the self is seen as ever-changing, and the attachment to fixed identities or names can lead to suffering. The practice of writing your name in salt water can be seen as a method of detaching from the ego's rigid sense of identity, allowing for spiritual growth and the welcoming of new experiences. As the paper dissolves in the water, so too can your attachment to past burdens, making way for a more fluid and adaptable approach to life. This mirrors the Buddhist principle of impermanence, where everything is in constant flux, and embracing this truth leads to greater freedom and inner peace. By understanding the significance of your name and using this ritual to cleanse and protect your spiritual energy, you empower yourself to attract abundance and positivity. The practice becomes a powerful reminder of the connection between your inner world and the external universe, allowing you to unlock new paths toward fulfillment and prosperity. The concept of abundance in Buddhism. In Buddhism, the concept of abundance differs significantly from materialistic notions of wealth. Rather than focusing solely on financial prosperity or material possessions, abundance in Buddhism is closely tied to inner peace, contentment, and spiritual well-being. It reflects a state of mind where one feels fulfilled and satisfied, regardless of external circumstances. This sense of inner abundance stems from cultivating virtues such as compassion, mindfulness, generosity, and wisdom. A person who experiences this form of abundance finds joy and peace within, which naturally radiates outward into their interactions and relationships. Buddhism teaches that true wealth comes from letting go of attachment to desires and worldly gains. When the mind is not clouded by constant cravings, it can settle into a state of equanimity, appreciating the present moment and understanding that everything is interconnected. This is a form of prosperity that cannot be taken away by external forces because it is rooted in an internal sense of completeness. The practice of writing one's name in salt water can serve as a metaphorical release of attachments and a symbolic invitation for this form of spiritual abundance. By cleansing oneself of negativity and past burdens, one opens the door for inner peace and fulfillment to flow in. The importance of releasing karmic burdens and attachments. In Buddhist teachings, the law of karma holds that our actions, both good and bad, have consequences that shape our present and future experiences. Negative karma, accumulated through harmful actions, thoughts, or speech, can create obstacles that prevent one from experiencing true happiness or abundance. These karmic debts can manifest as recurring patterns of suffering, misfortune, or mental unrest. Releasing these karmic burdens is crucial to achieving spiritual freedom and abundance, and this is where the practice of writing one's name in salt water can be particularly powerful. The symbolic act of placing your name in salt water can be understood as a ritual to cleanse negative karma and release attachments that weigh down the soul. By visualizing the dissolution of your name in the salt water, you acknowledge your willingness to let go of past mistakes, grievances, and harmful mental patterns. This mirrors the Buddhist practice of self-reflection and the commitment to ethical living, which are central to the path of spiritual growth. Moreover, Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of non-attachment, particularly to ego and identity. In the same way that one's name represents the ego in everyday life, dissolving it in salt water symbolizes the relinquishing of the ego's hold on the self. This act of letting go frees the mind from self-imposed limitations, allowing it to embrace a more expansive and compassionate view of existence. When one releases attachment to personal grievances and karmic burdens, the mind and heart open up to greater possibilities, paving the way for spiritual and even material abundance. Applying this practice in daily life, the practice of writing your name in salt water can easily be integrated into daily life as a form of meditation and mindful reflection. It serves as a reminder to regularly cleanse oneself of negativity and focus on the present moment, where true abundance can be found. In everyday situations, individuals often encounter stress, frustration, or resentment, emotions that, if left unchecked, can accumulate and form obstacles to personal growth. Engaging in this simple yet powerful ritual allows one to create a regular practice of emotional and spiritual detox, releasing these feelings before they take root and become harmful. One practical way to incorporate this ritual into daily life is by performing it during moments of transition or change. For example, after a difficult conversation, a stressful day at work, or even during times of doubt and insecurity, the act of writing your name in salt water can serve as a reset. It allows you to pause, reflect, and symbolically cleanse away the emotional residue of the day, thereby preventing it from interfering with your well-being and future opportunities. Additionally, this practice can be aligned with Buddhist principles of mindfulness and gratitude. By combining the ritual with a mindful focus on the present and expressing gratitude for the abundance that already exists in life, one strengthens the flow of positive energy. Practicing gratitude is a key aspect of cultivating abundance in Buddhism because it shifts the mind's focus from what is lacking to what is already present. When done consistently, this mental shift fosters a deeper sense of contentment and opens up new pathways for growth and prosperity. In the material realm, the ritual can also help individuals clear their mental space, allowing for a more focused and clear-headed approach to problem-solving and decision-making. Often, people feel blocked or overwhelmed by challenges that seem insurmountable. The act of writing one's name in salt water is a symbolic gesture that can help break through mental barriers by offering a fresh perspective. It is a reminder that by releasing attachment to outcomes and embracing the flow of life, opportunities for abundance often arise in unexpected ways. In conclusion, the practice of writing your name in salt water resonates deeply with Buddhist teachings on abundance, karma, and non-attachment. It provides a simple, accessible way to cleanse the mind and spirit of negativity, offering a powerful tool for achieving both spiritual and material prosperity. By regularly integrating this practice into daily life, individuals can foster a deeper sense of inner peace, clear obstacles to abundance, and cultivate a mindset that embraces gratitude, growth, and the boundless potential of the present moment. The Four Noble Truths. The Four Noble Truths are the foundation of Buddhist teachings and offer a path to understanding the nature of suffering and the route to its cessation. The first truth, the existence of suffering, dukkha, highlights that life is inherently filled with dissatisfaction and pain. The second truth explains that the root of suffering is attachment and desire, samudaya. These attachments, whether to material things, relationships, or even ideas, create a cycle of longing that perpetuates suffering. The third truth, the cessation of suffering, nirodha, teaches that by letting go of attachment, suffering can end. Finally, the fourth truth introduces the Noble Eightfold Path, Magga, as the way to achieve liberation and live in alignment with wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental discipline. In the context of writing one's name in salt water, this practice aligns with the Four Noble Truths by encouraging the individual to acknowledge their attachments and consciously let go of them. The act of writing your name in salt water can be seen as a symbolic gesture of releasing attachments, negativity, or past grievances, thus following the teachings of the Third Noble Truth. Just as the dissolution of the paper in water represents the release of suffering, the ritual reflects the Buddhist process of purifying the mind and moving toward liberation. The practice, therefore, becomes a physical manifestation of the Four Noble Truths, guiding individuals toward mental clarity, inner peace, and a life less entangled by desires and suffering. The five aggregates and the liberation of the self. The five aggregates, Ngu Yuan, are another essential Buddhist teaching that explains the components of human existence: form, rupa, sensation, vedana, perception, sona, mental formations, sokra, and consciousness, vaya. According to Buddhism, the self is an illusion created by the interaction of these five aggregates, and attachment to this illusion causes suffering. By recognizing that the self is not fixed but a constantly changing interplay of these components, one can begin to free themselves from the ego and the suffering it brings. Writing your name in salt water serves as a practice of letting go of the ego and the attachment to self-identity, a key point in the Buddhist understanding of the five aggregates. The name, in this case, represents the self, the identity that we often cling to as a fixed, permanent entity. Dissolving this name in salt water symbolizes the dissolution of the ego and the acceptance of the impermanence of the self. This act mirrors the Buddhist practice of recognizing the illusory nature of the self and encourages the practitioner to detach from the rigid boundaries of their identity, thereby experiencing a deeper sense of liberation. By understanding the role of the five aggregates and how they construct the illusion of self, this ritual helps dissolve not only mental constructs, but also emotional burdens tied to the ego. Meditation and the purification of the mind. Meditation, TN, is at the heart of Buddhist practice, aimed at purifying the mind and developing insight into the true nature of reality. Through meditation, one learns to observe thoughts, emotions, and sensations without attachment or judgment. This mindful awareness allows the practitioner to release negative emotions, reduce stress, and cultivate a calm, clear state of mind. Regular meditation helps to break habitual patterns of thought and behavior, freeing the individual from the mental clutter that obscures their path to spiritual growth. When combined with the ritual of writing your name in salt water, meditation can deepen the transformative effects of the practice. Before and after the ritual, meditation helps to center the mind and focus on the intention behind the act. It aids in the process of letting go, making the dissolution of the name in salt water a more conscious and mindful experience. Just as meditation clears the mind of distractions, the salt water clears away negative energy, allowing space for positive thoughts, intentions, and actions to emerge. By meditating on the practice, one can reinforce their commitment to personal and spiritual purification, using both meditation and the salt water ritual as complementary tools for cleansing the mind and heart. In Buddhism, Meditation is also seen as a path to insight, vipassana, helping practitioners realize the nature of impermanence, anicca, suffering, dukkha, and non-self, anatta. The practice of writing one's name in salt water can be viewed through the lens of these insights. The act of dissolving the name emphasizes the impermanence of identity and attachments, reinforcing the Buddhist belief that all things are in a state of constant change. Through this realization, one can cultivate detachment, reducing the suffering caused by clinging to a fixed sense of self or material desires. In summary, the practice of writing one's name in salt water is deeply connected to core Buddhist teachings such as the Four Noble Truths, the Five Aggregates, and the role of meditation. It serves as a tangible method for individuals to reflect on and release their attachments, clear their mental and emotional energy, and align themselves more fully with the Buddhist path toward enlightenment and inner abundance. By regularly engaging in this practice, one can cultivate a state of mind that is free from negativity and open to the flow of positive energy, supporting their journey toward a more prosperous and harmonious life. Spiritual and emotional prosperity. One of the most significant outcomes of the practice of writing your name in salt water is the profound sense of spiritual and emotional well-being it fosters. As discussed earlier, the act of releasing attachments and negative energy aligns closely with Buddhist teachings on letting go of suffering and embracing impermanence. When practitioners regularly engage in this ritual, they experience a deep sense of inner peace and tranquility. The ritual acts as a form of emotional cleansing, allowing individuals to let go of fear, anger, and resentment, which often weigh heavily on the heart. This process leads to a lightness of being and a heightened sense of clarity, making room for positivity and calm to take root. The symbolic release of one's name in salt water reinforces the practice of detachment, which is essential for emotional freedom. Over time, this sense of peace creates emotional resilience, helping individuals navigate life's challenges with greater ease and composure. Material prosperity. While the spiritual benefits of this practice are more prominent, many practitioners also report a noticeable improvement in their material circumstances. This ritual's ability to clear mental and emotional blockages can open up new avenues for material abundance. By releasing negative energy and old patterns of thought that may be inhibiting progress, individuals often find themselves more attuned to new opportunities, both in their personal and professional lives. When emotional clutter is removed, decision-making becomes clearer, and individuals are better able to recognize and act upon opportunities for financial growth or career advancement. Moreover, by aligning oneself with positive energy and intentions through the saltwater ritual, one can attract favorable circumstances and relationships that contribute to material success. The practice doesn't directly generate wealth, but helps cultivate the right mindset, removing self-limiting beliefs that often stand in the way of personal success. Changes in mindset and behavior. One of the most transformative aspects of this practice is the shift in mindset and behavior that follows. As the ritual encourages practitioners to regularly reflect on their internal states, it cultivates mindfulness, self-awareness, and an openness to change. These qualities naturally translate into a more positive outlook on life, where individuals are more willing to take risks, try new things, and embrace change without fear. This shift in perspective enables individuals to let go of rigid ways of thinking and adopt a more fluid, adaptable mindset, much like the teachings in Buddhism about non-attachment and impermanence. These changes are not only internal, but manifest in outward behaviors. Practitioners may notice they respond more calmly to stress, show more compassion toward others, or approach challenges with greater optimism. The act of regularly performing this ritual also serves as a reminder to stay grounded, encouraging behavior that is aligned with one's higher purpose and goals. The practice of writing your name in salt water provides a powerful means of achieving spiritual, emotional, and material abundance. By regularly engaging in this practice, individuals can clear negative energies, open themselves up to new opportunities, and cultivate a mindset of positivity and mindfulness. The results of the practice are far-reaching, offering profound benefits that touch all areas of life, from emotional well-being to material success. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video insightful and that it inspires you to explore these practices further. If you enjoyed the content and would like to learn more about spiritual growth and abundance, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on our upcoming videos. We have plenty more exciting and enlightening topics coming your way, so stay tuned.